Good morning, IFalls. Welcome to Good Morning, IFalls, our show where we cover everything that's going on in Koochiching County and International Falls area. Let's just hop right into it. We got a lot to go over. I made some changes to the format. It still needs some further work, but I think you're going to appreciate the way it looks. So let's just hop into it. It wants to come up. There we go. All right. Good morning, IFalls. Let's make sure that it's refreshed right on the screen really quick. All right, 8:01. That's the right time. We're doing good here. All right. And let's get started. Sorry, it's taking me a little longer than usual. All right. It looks like it is going to be around 71 today. So I thought it was going to be a little warmer. I guess it's not as hot as it was supposed to be. And then the sun rose at 6:04 a.m. and the sun set at 8:31 p.m. Okay, let's move on. Looks like we're going to have a beautiful week. We're actually going someplace where it's going to be storming in Wisconsin, so enjoy your weather. All right, today's good news and nonprofit that we're going to highlight is the Koochiching County Food Access. They do amazing work in our community, and we're going to check out some of that. So let's see, Koochiching County Food Access is a leading organization in Koochiching County striving to alleviate food insecurity by providing free food to those in need, ensuring community members have reliable access to affordable food amidst grocery escalation prices. Well, ain't that the truth? I'm not going to ramble too long on grocery prices, but holy smokes. Plus, it doesn't help that it seems like we're not a food desert because we have a giant grocery store here, but that kind of makes you a little bit of a food desert. Not nearly as bad, but you only have one option to get your food for in a lot of circumstances. And how does that work for capitalism in the free market? Not great, because grocery stores are big businesses and they want to maximize profit. So let's check out their website. We'll check out their donate and see how we can get involved. So they got dignity and compassion. We can donate. We'll check that out later. There's a donate link on our website too. Struggling to meet your food needs. Let's see what happens when we visit the food shelf for the first time. Let's see. You are always welcome. Let's see. Check in, fill out paperwork, shopper orientation. I think they're really nice about it, and there's like no stress or anything like that. You just have to. The people will show you. They want to give you a little idea. That way, you know you're getting the good stuff. Pretty much, they want to hook you up. Please respect the shopping guidelines and come back again. Yeah. So I mean, let's go back up to the picture. They're pretty stacked right there, and can always use your support. So let's see how you can give them your support. Support rural food access. Let's check it out. Let's see what $28 supports a family of 4 to shop once a month at our food shelf, which is a lot of food. So it's not like $28 worth of food you're getting. You're getting, I'm not going to like even guess on how much it is, because I think that'd be unfair since I have no clue what I'm talking about. But you're going to get a lot more than $28 of food. So anyways, check them out. Support them. They also have a pretty strong presence on social media too. So make sure to follow them on socials and give them a like. Support them the best you can. They're doing great work in our community. They've been around forever. They've moved a few times, and now they're settled in. So let's see. More nonprofit updates. So that's part of the change that I made. Is we're going to cover, after the good news, we're going to cover the nonprofits. After that, we'll go into business and then cover the business news. So it's going to be broken up. There'll be an education section. There's a government section that needs a little work, admittedly. And then there is also a religious section where we'll check on what the churches are up to. So nonprofit updates. We've got Koochiching County aging options. Let's actually check that one out. We've got screening Koochiching County 1005th Street. What are they doing here? Nonprofit dental clinic. So if you need your teeth, it's for children, it says. So if you need your kids' teeth, go on and check this one out. October 21st. Must be trying to do it after school starts. Let's see. The Chamber of Commerce welcomed a new member. It looks like they welcomed West End Health Clinic. Actually, you know what? That's WE probably doesn't stand for West End. Women, I don't know. Actually, I'm having a little bit of a brain fart, so it is what it is. Rainy Lake Visitors Bureau, they were out and about. There's a Star Party Labor Day weekend for Voyageurs National Park. Check that out. Registered by tomorrow, or this is older, so it's not by tomorrow anymore, but there's a Labor Day fun run happening that's being put on by the Rainy Lake, their nonprofit section. Anyways, I'm trying to think. It's Rainy Lake Medical Center nonprofit foundation, I think. And then also, if you're looking to become a bus driver, they need your help over at Arrowhead Transit. I believe the job's a pretty good paying job. And it's Arrowhead Transit's kind of an interesting thing because it's like a bus taxi, right? Like they go to where you're at to pick you up most of the time, which is crazy. That's such a small town thing, and I absolutely love it. All right, our featured business today is Koerter's Fuel and Car Wash. This is where I mostly get my gas, not entirely, but let's see if we click on the picture. Oh, it'll probably bring us to their actual thing, and we're gonna have to reload this whole thing. Darn it! All right, so there's Koerter's Car Wash. What sets them apart, well, besides a few other things, being locally owned and everything like that, but the thing that people love about them the most is that they do the where you see this car is parked in this picture here. It's not going to come up, but they do the oh my gosh, full serve. Thank you. I can't believe I was having that big of a brain fart today. But they do full serve at those first pumps by the door. And then the other ones, which I usually use, is the self-serve. So you can still do that there. But the full serve is great because in the wintertime, I think you pay like a penny more for gas. And they'll come out there and pump you up. And in the wintertime up here, I gotta imagine that's probably one of most people's favorite services about our community. That's how good it is. They also have a car wash. They have a little convenience store inside. The owner's super nice, our owners, and so make sure to check them out. They're right across the street. I mean, not right across the street. They're a block closer to McDonald's than Holiday. And of course, Holiday is a big new flashy gas station. And I do go in there occasionally, especially because they're so open so late at night. But you really got to support these locally owned small businesses because they're who we want to stick around. We do not just want a big, giant corporate community. It's just we already got it with groceries, as I said earlier. We don't need it even more with gas stations. You're always going to have it with gas stations unless you literally have one gas station in your town. I always say you always have twice as many gas stations as what you need. Not twice as many. One more gas station than what you need. Not twice as many. All right. I think this is going to jump up here in a second. We'll see. Or maybe the spinny won't go away. It's still loading from the previous page. That's kind of funny. We'll get back up to it. Let's see. We're going to skip to the religious. There's the government. Sorry about this. And then we're back to businesses now. So here's the business updates. Somebody bought a car, 25% off lotions and body butters at Dirty Knee Soaps. Let's see. No Place Like Home Again. Just posting some stuff that they have, I believe. We got No Place Like Home Again. Oh, they got a nice couch there. Let's see. Northland Sales and Service. Tilson Bay. Oh, these heated apparel. I'm not gonna I know people who have these, but for some reason this isn't nothing about Tilson Bay. They probably bought quality stuff, but something about that makes me nervous. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't heard tons of bad things about them. I don't know. I have I know somebody who has one and they bought theirs from Temu. I don't know if I'd trust that, but they do, and they haven't had a problem with it, but I don't know. That's crazy talk. Somebody's got some pull tabs. Let's see what's going on there. Oh, quarters. Yeah, I saw that the other day. I'm still not sure what that's about. Let's see. Somebody's selling. Are they selling a gun or are they selling the plates to the gun? Engraved or plated? Reserve yours today. Let's see. There's us. Good morning, IFalls, and Rainy Lake Houseboats with their food, and we covered that yesterday. So this is all older stuff. It's not old. It's still only a few days old, but we'll move on from it. Government updates. We're going to skip this one today, but I did and we'll talk about something in the less discussed portion of the show. But I did actually make this a lot better, and it's just not live today. So on Monday, the government news section will be a lot better and not just these video clicks. So we'll check that out. The other sections are fine, but this one needed a little bit more work before we went live with it. So religious updates. So if you are a church and you want your information on the religious updates from your social media, or if you have a blog or anything like that, we can take the information from that and add it to the religious updates. So if you are interested, hit us up and we'll get you on there. You can even comment on any of our Facebooks or YouTube or whatever, and we'll just add you. So all you have to do for us to cover you is be in Koochiching County, Kaptogama, or Ash River. So anything beyond that, we don't really care about. I know like Fort Francis and stuff like that, there's a lot of cross like border stuff. I go over there for activities and to do shopping occasionally, and for adventures, because it's a whole nother area to adventure. But I'm not like an expert. I don't know anything about it. I don't know I really don't know the people, So we're not going to cover Fort Francis, and we're just going to stick to Koochiching County. If there's stuff going on over there, or there's organizations that affect both sections, then I'm happy to have them on the site, and if they're providing a service to people in Koochiching County. I know that happens. There's advocacy groups over there. There's other things like that. So let's see. We got a dog telling you. Let's hear what our Bible verse is going to be for the day. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Matthew 5:14. That's your devotion for the day. Let's see. So that one is from Zion. It looks like Faith United has a similar message. I actually want to get to if they actually have something besides verses and stuff like that. Okay, we are going on a canoe day trip on the Rat Root River. Who's doing that? First Lutheran Church. They're always doing stuff like that. They've got, I believe they got a whole rack of canoes behind their church that they use. So that's cool. It looks like you probably join them. I'm sure it'll be mostly First Lutheran Church, but I bet you they'd welcome anybody. Bethany Lutheran got a great turnout. Good for them. Oh, here's a save the date. This is going to be important, I'm sure. Okay, First Lutheran, August 10th, which has happened. I wonder if that canoe trip is... Wait, what day is today? Yeah, it's August 14th. Sorry, so this is 3 days old. But they do have other stuff coming up. So September 6th, they have a canoe trip. September 24th, if you're going to First Lutheran, it's your first night of confirmation. November 21st, the Synod All Youth Gathering. And on December TBD, they're going to have a high school winter camp. Let's see, a potluck, August 10th, that will be over with. Picnic, August 10th, yeah. So they're going to have to hopefully start posting stuff a little earlier. Let's have a picnic. Birchdale, September 13th and 14th. That ain't here yet. So this is the United Congregation Church, UCC, in Birchdale, and they've got some stuff coming up on September 13th and 14th. It looks like they're going to have breakfast, cornhole, all that type of stuff. White Elephant, and a band and burgers, probably more importantly, and I'm sure it'll be a rockin' time. Out in Birchdale, they know how to have a good time. I was recently at the North Home Fair, which isn't Birchdale, I understand that. But, man, they're having fun out there. Those country people, they know how to rock. Next up, we have education updates. So I'll put the education updates towards the top more because I know that's going to be when school starts back up, one of the more important things. Little Fork, Big Falls School District. Oh, they're giving you a $1,500 signing bonus to be a bus driver, and then they're paying you $28.44. They're desperate. Also, like, this is the case at every school. It's hard to find bus drivers. It's hard to find subs. It's hard to find. So you do what you can do, and then at the end you throw a bonus and hope, like, you know what, somebody needs some Christmas money or something like that. The Infinite Campus portal is might be up now, but it says it's going to be offline tomorrow morning, which would be today. So if you're in Little Fork, you shouldn't be able to access your portal unless it's back up. Falls Elementary School is hiring an assistant cook. Help them out too. Same thing. They need as much help as they can get. What do we got? Free baseball camp available at Fort Francis or Emo this weekend. That's pretty cool. Go check that out. The International Falls Broncos have that on their Facebook page. So if you need more information, check it out. They're selling sports passes to International Falls, so you can go see all the games. And they're not just for students, I believe. Yep, adults too. So if you're an adult that loves to go watch our youth play sports, then this is a great opportunity and also it's good for them to get a little money in the pocket. Let's see. Mrs. Belaski is your new pre-K teacher. I believe the 3-year-old pre-K. Sorry, I forget the ages. And then Little Fork also needs some coaches. So if you're interested, they need volleyball, traveling volleyball, flag football, and mini cheerleaders. So do what you can. Support them. They need some help. ISD 361, hiring paraprofessionals. If you're in a band, you've got a survey you should take out if you're in grade 5 to 6. It looks like on August 20th, they're going to be doing a fundraising car wash. Broncos, burgers, and bubbles. This is the most popping of all the feeds, by the way. We're going to start with education because there's a lot more going on here than anything else. Also, like our educational FHS. Oh, I also started getting North Home stuff. It's not on here yet, but yeah. And so North Home School stuff will be on here too. But then Little Fork and FHS or ISD 361. They'll be on here too, and they all post like a lot, so we'll have some good stuff to go off of, so be updated. Also, if you just want to update yourself, just like them on Facebook. You can always do that too. Or if you just like to hear the sound of my voice, tune in every morning. We'll go over it together. Let's see. Little Fork Community Ed, they have got canoe and kayak rentals. So I was just down in Little Fork at one of their boat landings checking it out, and it is... I wouldn't mind canoeing or kayaking there. In fact, that's actually what I was thinking. I got to do something this weekend, but I was thinking the next weekend to hit up one of these rivers. Save the day, FHS Homecoming on September 20th. Let's see. And then we're going to jump ahead now because we've covered this on a previous show. But all good stuff there. I want to go over the Let's Discuss. And then I want to tell you about a new feature that I'm going to be doing occasionally, at least once a week. But it's called More Than Rainy Lake, and I'll touch on that here in a minute. But so stay tuned. There's one more thing after this. Join us for an open house. All right, this is actually what I want to talk about because this is very interesting. First off, I'm assuming AI was used for this graphic. I hope so. If not, we need to call this artist and be like, this is fantastic. Like I absolutely love this. I've done similar stuff with AI and the Bandshell, and I've never had something. I was a long time ago when AI wasn't as good, but it never looked as good as this. So if they're not using AI, good for them. But that's super cool. And if I'm being honest, I think that this is a reaction somewhat. So they knew that, or maybe not. They can come and tell me about it. I've invited them on through their Facebook page. We'll see if they come on. They like to ignore me. I don't really care. I'm gonna keep on asking, and if they come on, they will not get fired. They'll get kindness. So I hope that they give it a shot. Join us for an open house to discuss the future of Smoky Bear Park. Following the fire that destroyed the Bandshell, where nobody was held accountable, we want to hear your thoughts and ideas as we explore options for a replacement structure. Okay, I know what I want. Should we rebuild the Bandshell as it was? Obviously not as it was, but pretty dang close. or take this opportunity to create something new for the park. This is your chance to share your vision and help shape the next chapter of this beloved community space. August 25th, 2025, 6 p.m. You can go have that open house. I won't be there. I don't believe that, although they are operating in good faith, I believe that sometimes these guys are in an echo chamber. I think that the vote yesterday, or whatever day we're on now, the vote where it was 96 to over 1,000 votes, like, give me a break. Like, start listening to the people. Oh my goodness, get on here. I'll tell you what they're saying. Like, I know that, like, you see stuff on, like, the public forum and things like that, and you're like, oh, this is just a small swath of people that are angry. It's not anymore. Like, the people in this community are so fed up. 1,000 to less than 100. Like, let that sink in. That's bonkers, right? Like, I don't know. I hope these guys get out of their echo chamber. That's all I'm saying. And I hope that they start listening to stuff like this, and that this is not performative, because most of their stuff I've ever seen is straight up performative, and they have to do it because it's the right thing to do, and they know that they'll get complained at even more if they don't do that minimal effort. And I'm not saying that the people are doing a bad job. They might be doing their best, but at some point we got to have better from our city and our elected officials, especially our elected officials and management at the city. City workers, they do what they're told. They got a job to do. Literally nothing against them. There's plenty of people. We need our city workers, right? This is not about them. This is about the people who are in charge, and they should come on here and they should start explaining that they're actually interested in helping the people. They got to convince me, and then maybe that would be enough to convince you. We'll see. I'm not so sure, but they also have the option on this to do nothing, which I hope we don't do, if I'm being honest. Rebuild it. To me, the thing that they have here looks terrible. Obviously that's just, they threw something up there. I mean, clearly. And then, or a Bandshell type of thing. And I'm gonna be honest, I would prefer the Bandshell. I know people will be like, oh, we could get something better. Then what? Like, we need a place for people to play music and project it forward. I drove by Concerts in the Park last night. Good amount of people, good turnout. It was sad looking. Like, I mean, they were having fun. I rolled down my window and enjoyed it for while I was driving by, just to see, you know, the vibe, and everybody was loving it. So I'm not talking bad about Concerts in the Park or anything like that. But when they were playing up on the Bandshell, because I was up there, I was introducing people. I used to be a part of IFalls Nice, and it just felt better. The sound echoed better. It was like not some modern eyesore. It was an antique eyesore, right? And I don't know, maybe I'm just too nostalgic for the good old days in International Falls, but I don't know. I don't think all change is a good change, but that's my personal opinion. I think if they built something new and they gave it, and they actually did a good job at it and not just created some modern eyesore, then yeah, I think it could be good. But I don't know. We'll see. So they do. I have a link here to the questionnaire. You can go on their page and fill that out, download it, whatever you got to do. All right, so much more than Rainy Lake. Here it is. So it is not going to be the city government of IFalls. It's actually the Big Falls Rapids, but I wanted to show you this first, and then I'll kind of explain a little bit more. So Big Falls is in Koochiching County. Obviously, we know that. But I bet you if we took a quiz, oh, that's a good idea. We're going to do that. We're going to do a quiz on what's actually in Koochiching County. Ooh, that's a good one. We're going to go on the outskirts, and you're going to pick. I'm doing that. You just saw me have a brainstorm right on camera. They got a lot going on. Well, actually, they don't have a lot going on, but they have stuff going on. And if you follow them on social, you will. They've got the City of Big Falls. That's good on social. They have the Community Education Circ office. They're on there. The campground's on there. And then there's even more people that are on there. All right, so here is, let's see. All right, is it going to let me scroll? No. This is how low the water was at the Big Falls Rapids yesterday. I believe they're actually called the Grand Falls. That's what it shows up on the map. And then even like when you cross over the bridge on the map, it says Grand Falls too. So I don't know if there previously was another town on the other side of the bridge. There's a lot of old towns that no longer exist in rural Koochiching County. I drive around and try to find their signs because some of them have them. It's pretty cool. Let's move on to the next one. Oh no, is it going to do that every time? That's going to be annoying. Okay, we have, we're going to have to deal with the spinny circle for now. Let's see. I want to find one of my more beautiful pictures because it was such a gorgeous day out there. Oh, there was a little hidden gem also that I think people might not necessarily know about. Let's check this one out. This is cool. Oh no, let's see. We're going to have to refresh this darn thing and open in new tabs this next time. Okay. So let's open in a new tab this time and do this right. I'll have to fix that. I just threw this up this morning, so. Oh, there's a handsome guy. That's me. Well, we don't need to see me in a new tab. There are a couple things on here on these pictures, though, that I want to zoom in a little bit more for you because they're just beautiful. This is the closest side when it breaks to, so it'd be the north side. Actually, I don't know if it's, now that I think about it, I don't know if it's north, south, east, west. But if there was a north, this would be the north side channel. Still pretty low. This is actually what's pretty cool. There was a guy tent camping down here, so I didn't get crazy with taking pictures. I did go down there, though. This is right in the middle, and this is pretty cool. They have a picnic table down here, and they have, like, it built out. They have a wall off to the right that's holding back the rapids. All kinds of fun and cool stuff. I love this place. I know it was kind of an easy one for me to do for my first more than just Rainy Lake to highlight, but it's one of my favorites. And then this just shows you how low the water is. So when I was taking pictures of it earlier in the year, it was pretty high, raging. And now look at all these lines on these rocks. It's absolutely beautiful. I recommend checking that out. Let's see if we can zoom into those lines. Look at that. I don't know why that's so cool to me, but it just is. This is, oh, okay. Yeah. This is the boat landing that's there. They have, it is, not at the campground. It's the turn before the campground when you're coming from IFalls. And there is a boat landing down there. And it's also where I got this picture from. I believe it's like because way up by the horse camp, there's a place to portage with your canoe. And then this is just a picture from down in that area. But did I get my favorite bridge picture up here? Because let's look at that for a second. That thing is, please tell me I put it on. No, did I not? Oh, no. Well, I put it on Facebook anyways. I just had some beautiful bridge pictures of over by the horse camp, and that's one of my favorite ones. So that is it for today. There is not going to be a show tomorrow if you're still watching. We're going to be on vacation, and then we'll be back Monday morning. So we'll see you then, and thanks for tuning in. I'll leave you with a little bit of music and the camera. So take care. Have a good day.